Hey, Scott here, Scotty's Animals. I'm a volunteer at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and it's my mission to help you improve the lives of your guinea pigs. So here's 5 easy ways to make your guinea pig's life better. Number 1, build a better cage. There's a lot of cage options out there for guinea pigs. If you go to the pet store, you'll see dozens of cages, but guess what? None of those cages at the pet store are right for guinea pigs. At the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, we recommend a minimum of 8 square feet for a pair of guinea pigs. And actually, if you have a single pig that's living by themselves, maybe a single boy that doesn't get along very well with other piggies and has to live side by side, we still recommend a minimum of 8 square feet per piggy. So what kind of cage do we recommend? Well, I recommend a C&C cage. C&C stands for cubes and coroplast. And if you go to my website, Scotty's Animals, you'll see that there's a free guinea pig care guide. And the second section is about how to build a guinea pig cage. So we recommend the C&C cages. They're so easy to use. Basically, C&C stands for cubes and coroplast. And we're talking about these organizing cubes. And coroplast is this plastic. It's basically like cardboard, but it's made out of plastic instead of paper. You can build an epic C&C cage. This whole thing back here is basically made up of cubes and coroplast, and you can make a really great C&C cage up to 2x5 for around $45. Now remember, when I say 2x5, I'm not talking about 10 square feet. I'm talking about 10 square grids. And each grid is about 14 inches. So that means that a 2x4 is actually more than 10 square feet, and a 2x3 is more than 8 square feet. So I have a video called cage grid math. I'll put that right here just so you can watch me break down the math of these cages. But basically, bust out your calculator and remember, it's 14 inches per grid. Hi, BB. How are you doing, BB? So on my website, there is a video about how to make the best C&C kind of cage. There are some things about them that make it a little bit tricky, but if you follow the steps in that video, you'll find that it's really easier and you won't have to start over. It can be pretty frustrating if you make a mistake, so I want to make sure that you guys have a smooth and easy time building the cage. You can build them in under an hour and they're super easy. But if you don't want to build a C&C cage, there are a number of websites that you can go to where you can buy a cage. Now, if you make it yourself, you can save a lot of money, but on these websites where you can buy them, they oftentimes have many different color grids available, many different color coroplasts, and there's all sorts of extra features that you can get. Now, of course, I've made all of these myself, so anything that you see on these sites, if there's a will, there's a way. If you have an imagination, that's the only thing that you're really limited by, and of course your budget. But if budget is a factor, I highly recommend building one of these cages. You can build a cage like this for a lot cheaper than those crappy plastic guinea pig cages that you do see at the pet store. But if you've made the mistake and you have one, and I hope your piggies aren't living in a small pet store cage right now, but if they are, you can save that cage and make it be a deluxe carrier. They're great for trips to the vet, long car rides, and things like that. It's a really great way to have your piggies ride in style and be very comfortable. So I will list a couple of the different cage sites in the description, but basically the ones that I know about are guineapigcages.com and kvcages.com or .net. Number 2, what is the second easy way that you can make your guinea pig's life better? Well, that is improve the quality of their food. Now, if you go to your local pet shop or you go to a big box store in the pet section, you will see lots of different kinds of guinea pig food. You'll see hay, you'll see guinea pig pellets, but a lot of times the food at the pet stores, they have crappy food with little bits. You don't want to give your guinea pig little bits of, it's got cookies in it or seeds. All those things are not good. You just want to give them a high quality pellet. The pet stores do have good food, but how can you tell which is the good food and which is the bad food? Well, on my website, Scotty's Animals, I have a list of all the different types of pellets that we recommend at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue. There's links to those. So you can find some of those in pet stores, but I also recommend that you check out some of the pellets that you can only find online. So Pippi's on the run. So if you want to improve the quality of your guinea pig's diet, they need high quality pellets, they need high quality hay, and of course, clean water and fresh veggies. So on my website in the diet section, there's a number of different types of pellets and hay that I recommend, one of which is Small Pet Select. They offer really cool treats. They offer high quality pellets. They have a non-GMO, soy-free pellet, which I really like. That's what I've been feeding my piggies lately, and they really love it. They also have really nice treats. That reminds me, I gotta feed my piggies some hay right now. Whoa, healthy snackers, surprise. That is nice and fluffy. Give it a sniff. You want some hay? Come on, have some. Have some fresh hay. Why is your chin so dirty? You eating hay in there, Mikey? Don't chew on my phone, Bill. It's the good stuff, Popeye. Yeah. It's the good stuff. Hi, Piggy Smalls. It's your favorite. You want a snacker? I know you love those. Did you drop it? There you go. You go crazy for these, don't you? You want a snacker, Nate? Here you go. You don't have to take it in your house. You want a snacker, Gary? You want a snacker, Popeye? Okay. You love it, huh? Even better than the hay? Hi, Pippi! You want a snacker? You can take it all the way into your house? You love your snackers. For some reason, everybody thinks that the only kind of treats that piggies like are veggies. And if you give them too much veggies, they can get soft poops. And if you look at this, the main ingredients here are Timothy hay and then various fruits or veggies mixed in. And these are so much better as an alternative to constantly giving your piggies veggies. Now, don't get me wrong, piggies need fresh veggies every day. But if you give them too much, they will get soft poops. Number one, they need to eat hay. Grass hay is really important, and it is what grinds down their teeth and wears their teeth down. Without lots of hay, their teeth can overgrow, and that is a serious problem. But then after that, people think, oh, I've got to give them fresh veggies. But not all the time. There's a number of really great snacks that you can give them, and I really do love these healthy snackers. They come in all sorts of different flavors, of course, but the piggies just go crazy for them, and all my piggies love them. You know what else is great is if your piggies are having tooth issues, you can add a little bit of water to these, and they are easy to chew on if your piggy is having tooth issues. So I would always keep a bag or two of these extra. Always have extra bags of these, especially as part of your emergency kit, just in case your piggies are having trouble eating. Because yes, you can add water to pellets, but the pellets don't taste nearly as good as these do. And if your piggies are having trouble eating, these can really be a great option to help your piggies when they're having trouble chewing. But in the case of tooth issues, you really have to go to a qualified vet. But it's way better to prevent tooth issues, and the best way to do that is by making sure your piggies get high quality hay. If your piggies just fill up on veggies and pellets and things like that, then they're not going to be as inclined to wear their teeth down. 80% of their diet needs to be high quality hay like this. So as you can see, my piggies really love the small Pet Select hay. And if you don't live in horse country or near a feed store, Small Pet Select might be a really good option for you. I've got a coupon on my website that'll get you 15% off your entire order. And don't forget to get those healthy snackers. My piggies love those. And although it is important to give your piggies BB, although it is important to give your piggies fresh veggies, you want to make sure that you're not always giving them fresh veggies as a treat. There's so many other treats that you can give them. You can give them the snackers. You can give them a big pile of fresh hay. If you want hay to be special, there's a couple things that I recommend. You can put it in a brown paper lunch bag and tear the corners off and have it be a fun game for them. You can stuff it in the Snack Shack log, which I always recommend. BB. And you can buy foraging mix. You're in trouble. What do you want to say? Say it. What do you want to say? I love you. We're talking about guinea pigs right now. So foraging mix, you want to go home? Foraging mix can be a really great treat for your piggies. You sprinkle it on their hay or on their pellets and they'll go crazy for it. But remember, hay is 80% of your piggy's diet, and it's the main way that they're going to be able to wear their teeth down and keep their teeth healthy. And it's also important for their digestion and to keep their whole digestive tract moving. So don't skimp out on the hay. Get the best quality hay that you can afford and feed lots of it. They should always have more hay than they can eat. People message me all the time. They're like, what can I do? That my guinea pigs are wasting hay all the time. You know, guinea pigs, they're kind of messy. That's why I really do love the Snack Shack. You can stuff the hay in there, but yet it's easy for them to eat it. It comes out the top, it comes out the side, and they can really chew on it freely. Some of these hay racks can be difficult to get the hay out of. Never use a hay ball because piggies can get their heads stuck in there, and I hate seeing that. It drives me crazy. And if you just do a big pile of hay, that can be fun for your piggies, but I've seen hay pokes in the eye more common when people just pile a big pile of hay. And that's another reason why you've got to have an emergency kit, and I like to keep terramycin ointment for eye injuries in my emergency kit. So right here, I'll put a link to my emergency kit playlist. I really hope that you'll go through that and really consider, you know, building your emergency kit now, because if you wait until there actually is an emergency and you're scrambling and you're freaking out and then you're like, where do I get the stuff that I need for whatever situation? It's too late. So I really hope you'll watch that playlist and start to think, you know, how can I build my emergency kit? You just do a couple things at a time, and before you know it, you'll have a really awesome emergency kit, and that will just give you the peace of mind knowing that, you know, in an emergency, you'll be more prepared. This is why I normally shoot my videos when BB's sleeping. So let's move on. What is the third easy way to make your guinea pig's life better? Well, that would be find them a friend. Now, especially with boys, bonding and finding a friend might not be the easiest in the world, but if you go to a guinea pig rescue, they're going to help you, support you, and make it a whole lot easier. On my website, I have a list of BB. On my website, I have a list of guinea pig rescues, and I hope that you will check them out. It's really important that you support the rescues that do so much for these animals in need and support the people who care for them. So really important, and you'll find that the piggies that you get will be in better shape. They'll have been taken care of. You know, if they come to the rescue with any illnesses, those illnesses will be addressed. And also, you know, you'll get support after and during the adoption process. So I can't say enough how important it is to support rescues. Check my website out for my rescue page. I've got a list of a whole bunch of rescues, and hopefully there's one near you. And think about it. If you have to drive a couple hours, you have to do a little road trip to save a life, how exciting is that? Just driving down to your local pet shop when there's so many homeless animals in need, it's just not the best way to go. And like I said, a lot of times they don't know what they're talking about. They don't have all the supplies that you're going to need. So supporting the rescues is just by far the best option. Did I get the glare? I got it. And before you actually make it to the rescue, I hope that you'll check out my free guinea pig care guide. I have an entire section devoted to bonding. I've got a bonding rules video that will really help you set your expectations. And I've got a number of bonding videos. I've done thousands of bondings over the year, and I've got, you know, maybe 100 bonding videos in that playlist almost. So there's bonding videos from the rescue. I've got videos where I've bonded my personal piggies at home, and there's so much information in these bonding videos. There's so much subtle behavior to be interpreted, and each one of those bonding videos is completely unique and filled with just so much subtle information that I think that you will really enjoy the bonding videos as well as learn a lot from them. Okay, BB, good night. All right, so what's number 4? What is the fourth easy way to make your guinea pig's life better? Well, that is spend more time with them. Just spend time with your piggies, you know, pick them up every day, take them out, you know, hang out with them, Netflix and chill, feed them treats. You know, spending time with your piggy is so rewarding. That's why we have piggies, so that we can enjoy their company, so that we can interact with them and really see their personalities and really form that bond, that connection. Of course, I say this over and over again, but I have a free guinea pig care guide on my website, and there's an entire section devoted to taming. I have a taming rules video, which will really let you know what to do and what not to do to make sure that your piggies will get to know you and to trust you and to build that relationship. So check out my taming rules video, and I've got an entire playlist devoted to taming. So I'll say it again. You want to pick up your piggies every day. That will really help you spot any subtle changes in their behavior and identify any possible signs of illness. So that's really important that you pick your piggies up every day. And that actually leads me to the fifth easy way to make your guinea pig's life better. And that is to learn about common illnesses. Back on my free guinea pig care guide on my website, I've got an entire section devoted to illness. Now, guinea pigs are prey animals and they tend to hide their illness. And some of these signs can be very subtle and often missed. So it's really important that you familiarize yourself with some of the common illnesses that guinea pigs have and what those signs and symptoms are, because some of them can be very subtle, and by the time you notice them, if you're not really paying attention, it may be too late. Guinea pigs respond very well to treatment and medicines, so if you can identify the signs of illness early, you may just save your piggy's life. It's so important that you learn about these signs and symptoms and that you're picking up your piggies every day and checking not only to see how they're doing, but listening to their vital signs, listening to their breathing, checking their eyes, their ears, their weight. Sometimes piggies, they're these big fluff balls and you can't really tell if they have gained and lost weight. I do recommend getting a kitchen scale and weighing them, frequently, but just by picking up your piggies, you can really tell, whoa, they feel light, or wow, they feel heavy. And there's no such thing as an overweight piggy, especially if you can give them a huge cage space and they're active. Floor time is great, but it's not a substitute for a big cage, a minimum of 8 square feet. And you don't want to cram a whole bunch of houses and stuff and things like that impede the flow. You really want to encourage them to get up to full speed. And besides, the zoomies are super fun to watch. So that fifth easy way to improve your guinea pig's life is to learn about common illnesses, the signs and symptoms, and really educate yourself about piggies. So I encourage you to check out that section as well as my entire guinea pig care guide, because no one likes to be sick. And in order to have your best life, you've got to be healthy. The sun's going down here, it's streaming through the window, BB wants to go to sleep, and those are 5 easy ways to make your guinea pig's life better. So I really hope you'll check out my free guinea pig care guide. You'll check out my website. My website is a hub for all of my different social media. There are crossword puzzles. There is a lot of fun stuff, and I think that it's a treasure trove of information. I've been volunteering at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue for many, many years, and that is the place where I've shared everything that I've learned at the rescue to make you guys better piggy parents and give your piggies the best life. So I really hope you'll take advantage of that. And until next time, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. See you next time.